I want to start things off by prefacing this video is going to be a bit in-depth and lengthy, so I'm including helpful chapter links in the description covering each topic discussed, so feel free to hop around as much as you like. If you find any of this information helpful, please consider throwing a like on this video. And if this is your first time to the channel, welcome! My name's Dave. I'm glad you could stop by. If you've spent a good bit of time out on the trail, you've no doubt come across a fellow hiker or two sporting one of these orange baddies from their shoulder or backpack. The Garmin inReach Mini series is a staple among the hiking and outdoor communities and is well known for its satellite communication features and emergency SOS response. So what is the Garmin inReach Mini? Released in 2018, the Garmin inReach Mini is a compact and lightweight satellite communicator designed for those adventuring in remote areas often far from cell phone service. This is made possible by the global Iridium satellite network, allowing for two-way text messaging and location sharing from virtually anywhere in the world. With this, an inReach Mini user can exchange messages with loved ones, other inReach users, or post to social media. Coupled with this, and most notably its core safety bolstering feature, is the device's interactive SOS function, which allows for users to trigger a distress signal to a 24/7 staffed emergency response coordination service. It's important to stress, however, that the device must be operating under any of the monthly or annual inReach subscription plans offered by Garmin. Unfortunately, SOS communication is not possible otherwise. I'll cover the current inReach consumer plans shortly. The Mini was followed in February 2022 by the aptly named Mini 2, which brought several design and feature improvements, such as a larger and higher resolution display, longer battery life, USB-C, updated chipset, and a more intuitive interface. Taking a look at the device, the first thing we'll need to do is set up our inReach Mini 2. I've included the link in the video's description to the official Garmin setup guide. One major update of note is the current inReach service plans have been rebranded since the Garmin setup video's release. I'll link to the current plans and their features as well to aid in clarity. With the Mini 2 powered on and booted up, we're presented with the home page, which gives us the date and time as well as the current battery level. Let's now take a look at the main menu options by pressing either the up or down buttons located on the left side of the Mini 2. The Messages widget is where we can review sent and received messages, as well as where we can compose and select message recipients. We can compose messages using the inReach itself or through a paired smartphone running the Garmin Messenger app. We also have a list of quick text messages that allows for faster and repeatable messaging. These quick texts are customizable for more personalized messaging. The cost per sent message will depend on your chosen inReach plan. Tracking allows us the option to toggle device tracking on and off, and a secondary option with whom we'd like to share tracking updates with. The frequency of tracking send intervals will depend on your device's current inReach plan. We're also given our current course's trackback option in case we need to retrace our steps via a basic map in digital compass. We can toggle off tracking when finished to store our course's data for review later on. Basic navigation gives us any marked waypoints, the ability to mark a waypoint, as well as current latitude, longitude, and elevation. A digital compass is featured here as well. The weather widget gives us the option to request and review our location's general weather forecast. This update is considered a sent message, so a cost may be involved depending on your current inReach plan, but can be worthwhile when in need of incoming weather info while outside of cell range. Message check allows us to pull messages ad hoc. As always, a direct line of sight with the sky will better our ability to communicate with the Iridium satellite network. Tree cover and other obstructions will delay or impede this process. Hopping back over to the home screen, let's take a look at further menu options by pressing the OK button, located on the right side of the Mini 2. We're first given the Send Message option, where we can either select or enter a contact with whom we'd like to message, with either a quick text or compose a message. We next have the check-in option, where coupled with a pre-chosen number of recipients, we can message our trip intent or well-being. Check-in recipients can be added or removed by using the Garmin Messenger app by selecting Device, Check-in, Edit Check-in Contacts. On a desktop, you can do the same, along with added flexibility by logging into explore.garmin.com, clicking on Messages, and clicking Edit on any of the predefined check-ins. Start Tracking provides us with convenient single-press tracking. Before heading into the backcountry, we have the ability to share our tracking session link with friends and family by heading over to explore.garmin.com and clicking the LiveTrack page. From here, click the Share option. Email addresses entered here will receive a brief LiveTrack message along with your personal Garmin tracking activity link. We can press OK once more to reveal additional options, such as the ability to review our course traveled, tracking sharing, and send interval frequency. When finished, simply press Stop Tracking. You can choose whether you'd like to store your traveled course for later review. Navigate gives us the option to view stored waypoints, track back points, our device's coordinates, Sight and Go, which gives us the ability to visually lock in a direction, review stored courses, and review previously saved activities. Next, with a single press, we can mark a waypoint. We can view mapped waypoints and export their GPX data using the Garmin Explore app. Contacts gives us the option to manually add a future message or check-in recipient. Service Plan presents us the option to easily test our inReach's satellite communication by selecting Test Service. We can also review our current plan's details and billing cycle data use. Similar to Navigate, the Saved option displays marked waypoints, stored courses, and saved activities. The Settings submenu gives us a number of further sub-options, including a repeat of our previously covered tracking options: Sounds, Map, Phone Pairing, inReach Remote, and a System menu. The Auto Track toggle allows us the option to enable tracking whenever the device is on. Let's take a look at our Sounds submenu, where we're given options to stealthily mute the device or adjust volume to our liking. We can also toggle the device to ring until an incoming message is read. We're also given audible message, alert, and power off options. Next, we have granular map toggle options such as waypoints, track points, message, zoom, and map orientation. The phone option gives us the ability to pair our Garmin inReach Mini 2 with a nearby smartphone via Bluetooth. inReach Remote allows users of Garmin wearables to sync the Mini 2 with their device. I'll include a link in the video's description covering this topic in more detail. Our last stop here is the System submenu, where we're given additional and granular device options. First up is Backlight, where we can control screen brightness, as well as the backlight timeout duration. Compass calibration is available and coupled with an included how-to animation. Time allows us to shift between 12-hour and 24-hour format. We're also given an automatic or manual time zone option. Units permit us geoposition format options: land, nautical, and wind speed units of measure, temperature and pressure unit options, and magnetic north or true north options. Next, we're given the option to toggle between GPS only or select multiple global navigation satellite systems. Language allows our device to display one of 28 available languages. Keyboard language allows our device keyboard to display one of 28 available languages. Owner info gives us the ability to display and key in our name or other relevant information. This information is then displayed on the home page under the current time, but will take the place of the current date. USB mode enables the inReach Mini 2 to act as a removable USB device when connected to a desktop or laptop. Users can copy and move files, such as GPX, to and from the device. To prevent unnecessary power drain in special use cases, the Mini 2 can be set to power off when removed from an external power source. Screenshots allow us the option to enable or disable multi-button press screenshots. While enabled, device screenshots can be taken by simultaneously pressing and holding the up and OK buttons. When connected to a desktop or laptop, screenshots can be found in the Garmin Screenshot directory. Users can choose to return the inReach Mini 2 to default settings or fully wipe the device with the Reset Device option. We can check for new device firmware by moving down to Software Update. About covers our final system sub-option where we can review our device's unit ID, software version, inReach account address, IMEI code, auth code, EPO status, GPS revision, compliance data, emoji, and Garmin licensing information. Our final menu options can be found by pressing the power button at the top of the Mini 2. Our first option is lock buttons, which disable button presses until the power button is pressed. Mute sounds toggle audible tones and alerts on and off. Brightness adjusts display brightness in 5 increments. Alerts display any active alerts. Power off allows the device to be powered off with a single button press. Let's shift gears for a moment and take a comparing look at the simplified and streamlined LiveTrack, as well as the more granular and in-depth MapShare service. While both options allow Garmin inReach users to share tracking information with friends and family, there's a few distinct differences in function and aesthetics. Both options allow us standard communication, past activity, URL customization, and update and tracking intervals. Digging further into LiveTrack Online, we're given a list of store tracking as well as any live tracking sessions. Live and store sessions can be viewed as a terrain or satellite map. MapShare boasts added course sharing, web messaging, third-party location requests, and the ability to password protect your online tracking page. We can switch over to MapShare by opening the Garmin Messenger app on a paired smartphone and selecting LiveTrack, gear icon, switch to MapShare, and then confirming the switch. We're now presented with our customizable MapShare URL and other options I'll detail in a sec. We can equally tailor our MapShare experience over at explore.garmin.com and clicking the MapShare menu. We have options inside settings to toggle mapped waypoints shared, our Mini2 to be located by request, or to be messaged through our custom URL. Unlike LiveTrack, MapShare allows our shared sessions to be secured through the use of an optional page password. Let's take a quick look at inReach pricing, where we can choose a plan that best fits our SOS and messaging needs. Potentially our most cost-effective option, the enabled plan is available at $7.99 per month. Each tracking point, check-in, and message are a la carte. This plan can be useful to those looking to use their inReach intermittently and throughout quick adventures, while maintaining access to uninterrupted SOS response. inReach Essential builds upon the enabled plan by shifting to a flat allotment of 50 text or weather messages per month, unlimited check-in messages, 10-cent tracking points, and as with all paid plans, unlimited SOS response. The standard plan provides adventurers with unlimited SOS, unlimited check-in messages, unlimited 10-minute interval tracking points, and an allotment of 150 text or forecast messages. At an eye-watering $49.99 per month, the inReach Premium plan boasts unlimited SOS, unlimited check-ins, text and weather messaging, as well as 2-minute interval tracking points. We can also choose to place our device into the inReach Suspend plan for up to 12 months without incurring reactivation costs. This plan can be useful for periods of prolonged non-use when a monthly plan isn't needed. Keep in mind, the device will not communicate with the satellite network under the Suspend plan and will not function with SOS. Users can return to any of the paid plans at any time within this period. In the event you find yourself or another in an emergency situation requiring search and rescue, a Mini2 operating under an active inReach plan can be used to contact the Garmin Emergency Response Service. To initiate contact using the device, first lift the protective cap from the SOS button. Press and hold the SOS button. The Mini2 will send a default message to the Emergency Response Service with details about your location. If possible, promptly reply to the confirmation message sent from the Emergency Response Service. This will let them know that you're capable of interacting with them during the rescue. If you don't reply, the Emergency Response Service will still initiate a rescue. For the first 10 minutes of your rescue, an updated location is sent to the Emergency Response Service every minute. To conserve battery power after the first 10 minutes, an updated location is sent every 10 minutes. With the Mini2 nearby, you can also initiate an SOS rescue and interact with the Garmin response team using the Garmin Messenger app by tapping the device button and initiate SOS. Sliding the horizontal bar at the bottom of the app will trigger the SOS request. Optional search and rescue insurance is also made available by Garmin under 3 distinct yearly plans and at differing price levels. These include the standard SAR 100, high risk, and high altitude plans. Each plan is designed to cover search and rescue events up to $100,000 per claim. The plan you choose should best meet the intensity of your future adventures. Search and rescue costs can vary greatly depending on a multitude of risk and environmental factors. Activating SOS on behalf of another in need of search and rescue will not incur cost to you. Search and rescue insurance and SOS functionality may be limited or prohibited entirely within several countries or territories. It's important to research and follow any laws, regulations, or device prohibitions when planning to visit any listed here. Let's quickly cover some of the notable features and options tucked inside the Garmin Explore app. We can view and create offline maps for a detailed look at our surroundings before heading into the backcountry. Additional detailed map layers such as trail data, Public lands and LTE coverage can be unlocked through the optional Outdoor Maps Plus plan. A 30-day trial is available at no cost. We can view previously tracked and saved activities by tapping the saved icon. This information can be viewed in conjunction with multiple map overlays and can be exported in GPX format. Essentially functioning as an extension of the Mini 2, the Garmin Messenger app lets us interact with our device in an intuitive way. Before we begin, we must first have our smartphone and Mini 2 within close proximity. Phone pairing was covered earlier in this video. Its timestamp can be found down in the description. Since many of the features and options found in the Messenger app were previously discussed, I'll cover some of the most frequently used and more notable available to us. Messages gives us the ability to review and compose messages to saved and new recipients. You can choose to message Test inReach at Garmin.com from here to test your device's satellite response up to 5 times per month without cost. We can view and request forecast updates by selecting the weather menu for when we're well beyond cell reception. The device menu gives us options to toggle between LiveTrack and MapShare, the ability to stop or start device tracking, send check-in messages, review our inReach plan's billing cycle, and initiate SOS. We can find additional device options up at the top left. Quick text messages is an added area where we can quickly compose new and repeatable messages for use later on. We can toggle SMS message options within SMS preferences, including signature and location sharing details. Our final item of note can be found by returning to the device menu and tapping the ellipsis icon. From here, we can review available inReach plan options as well as check for any software updates. So what do you think? Did I miss anything? Feel free to drop your thoughts or questions down in the comments section. And as always, stay safe out there.